Okay, it's April 1st, 2019. It was really funny today. I had went over around the old block. And I wish I could have caught it on camera, but I was like a little bit caught off guard because I was thinking about the water stuff and them putting some GHB in my water, but it seems like the water bottle just ended up, falling on the ground, and so I had to get rid of it. So anyway, I comes out the building. As I come out the building, there's a lady and a man. A guy, he's dressed in all camouflage, and the lady has a black jacket on. Now, I know they don't live in the building, but I don't really know because the old neighborhood, so many new people moved in the building. But they try to open the door for me. I tell them to go ahead or whatever. And then I open the door myself, and they goes in the corner on the first floor like they was going to knock on somebody's door, but they didn't never knock. They never did anything. And so I just walked out the building, and they just came out the building behind me. So, looking at a lot of things, like, today, the way the moon and the star was in the sky and all kind of other stuff. And I was watching something about, like, the Freemasons, and I saw a guy with the semblance on the truck, and, I'm just saying, like, according to the gang stalkers, I don't know, maybe that was a hit or attempt on my life, but, I made it back to this apartment again. I gotta call these people to see whether they're gonna tell me that they look in the cameras and see if anybody came in here. Because remember I told you about the penny was on the floor, and I had 24 pennies, and then that was the 25th. Well, I had went down there on Friday. I don't know if I had put this on there. And I spoke to the people at the management, and I told them about what the event happened and the time frame. Nobody has gotten back to me yet. They've been open since 9, so I was 9:45 or whatever. So I'm going to give it a day to see whether the director calls me to let me know what did they notice on the cameras or didn't notice on the cameras. Shit is getting real strange. So I don't know. This is just too much. I'm still gonna just keep my head up and everything, but this is crazy. Now I'm getting some fake calls. Some fake call just went through. What else could I say? I mean, as I left the block, I thought to myself, like, I still have myself or whatever, like my mind and my body am here in the physical, so I had a lot to be thankful for. That nothing that happened, but the gang stalker was following me. And then when I get to the block or whatever, to this block where I live at in Brooklyn, I'm walking down the block, and I'm looking everywhere, I'm looking everywhere, and just like how they say, like, the gang stalkers, they just popped up out of nowhere. So I'm looking up the block. I don't see nobody going up the block. I don't see nobody coming down the block, and some people on the other side of the street. So just before I get to my apartment building to come inside, all of a sudden, this guy is just, like, all the way behind me. Like, he was doing, like, creepy steps behind me. Like, he popped up from behind a car or something, because he dead sure didn't came from around the corner or on the other side of the street or nothing. He sure wasn't walking behind me, because I looked behind me and there was nobody there. So I'm experiencing that when they say, like, zombie people or whatever you want to call them, gang stalker just popping out of nowhere. Shit is just weird. So I'm trying to just keep a level head about everything. That's why I have my camera, and I should have had my camera out so I could have had some of this stuff on tape, because just saying it doesn't ring factual to me, but it happened to me today. So I don't know. I'm just hanging in there. Oh, I'm gonna try to do some of my diaries too. Some of the things that in the past that I can relate to, or y'all can help me relate to it to find out, was I going through gang stalking for over 20 years now. I still don't have no clue like who put me on remote neural monitoring, but like I said, if I could think of it, it's some people with money. I don't want to name. It's probably some celebrities. It's probably my ex. Like I said, it could be my family members. So I'm just gonna sign out for right now. I just want to get these thoughts off my, off my brain, and get them down and recorded. Till tomorrow.